Tout le monde parle français là? Everyone understand English? Perfect for the audience. Okay, everyone is speaking English. Okay, so Urszula, glad to have you this first Smart Summit from Union Island. So today you will make a presentation regarding the artificial intelligence and different way of your vision. So I'm glad to have you for this conference. So Urszula, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm very glad to have you all today on a Sunday day. So today I wanted to talk about the myths and the reality of the systems of artificial intelligence. So just shortly about myself. So I have a PhD in biomathematics from French University. And then I did a PhD in Cancer Institute in Paris, worked on different biological genomic systems. And then I started my career as a data scientist, where I was the data scientist lead in a startup specialized in retail. And now I'm a senior data scientist at the consulting company called Segus, when we have different digital projects of digital transformation, but also a whole department dedicated to data science and machine learning, and of course, artificial intelligence. And if you want to reach me, I have a website, or you can ping me on LinkedIn with my full name, which is Urszula Czerwinska. You have it on the slide and maybe somewhere in the summary of the talks. So today I wanted to talk, so what actually is artificial intelligence? Give you some definitions, because I think we often mix, especially the media and the social media, everything is mixed and it's kind of a buzz effect, and we don't really even know what artificial intelligence is, what's the difference between machine learning and algorithm, and all this is mixed up. So I would like to clarify this for you. Then I will talk about the myths I encounter in my professional life, but also I see in the among my friends and family about the artificial intelligence, and which of them are actually not true and why they are not true or half true. And then also I will talk about what's the actual relationship between the artificial neural networks, ANN, and the human brain. And also I will show you some applications of artificial intelligence and maybe talk a few words about what the future might be. So in the meantime, don't hesitate to ask questions in the chat. I will try to answer them along with the talk, so don't shy. So first, what's artificial intelligence? One of the, let's say, most general definition is that artificial intelligence is a computer program designed to perform, at least as well as humans, tasks requiring a certain level of intelligence. So it's quite vague, is a very, very broad definition, and actually tasks that can be performed by humans, that human perform, it's also like it's moving, it's thinking, it's creating, it's writing, it's also feeling. So actually, how can we define if a computer or this kind of computer program really perform things as a human? This is a really complicated question, and this is why it's hard to say do we have artificial intelligence around us, because maybe it's good in part of tasks, and how do we actually compare a machine to a human? So one kind of a tech paper, which is Wired, you can see that there's lots of titles about artificial intelligence that is taking, is entering, for example, the justice system, that is helping to scientists to discover new planets, that is helping to write your receipts for food, that is doing actually many, many things. And actually, we would wonder, is it really this kind of artificial intelligence that we saw the definition of, or is maybe just a word that is a bit overused? So another, let's say, which is fun though, is 40% of European startups obtained grants and they're supposed to be specialized in artificial intelligence do not artificial intelligence. It was shown in 2008, which shows, so explained that actually when they apply for money or they try to themselves to venture capitalists, they would say, yes, we will do artificial intelligence to achieve and that, and at the end they find out that they can do it in a different way, maybe more efficient way, maybe simpler way, maybe they don't really need to use artificial intelligence and they don't use it. So this is many people aim to do artificial intelligence, they don't actually use it. We will call artificial intelligence the closest ones. And also there is sort of a joke that is running around the data science communities, is that that was launched by a technical advisor of Microsoft, which says, what's the difference between machine learning and artificial intelligence? So it says that if it's written in Python, it's probably machine learning, Python being a programming language, for those who don't know. And if it's written in PowerPoint, so if it's slides format, it's probably artificial intelligence. So it shows that actually artificial intelligence at the moment in more scientific and technical communities is more seen as a buzzword, a sort of joke, than actually a technical term. So maybe you starting to being a bit lost in what's actually machine learning, what's artificial intelligence, and what's the difference. So I will try to clarify it. So this is a bit of definitions. I hope it's a bit too much, but I think it's really important to clarify all these terms. So an algorithm is descriptions of an ambiguous sequence of steps of instruction to obtain a result from elements applied as an input. So for example, say if you want to set our thermostat and our air conditioning, we would say if the temperature in the room higher 18 degrees, gone on. If the temperature is lower than 50 degrees, the heating on will be an algorithm. That's already an algorithm. We define the rules of the system, and the system will apply the rules. That's it. And if we actually manage to write these rules, these rules that also write on the paper with a human language, if you manage to translate it, then put that understandable computer, and we call it. That's as simple as that. It's just an algorithm that can be. In other terms, it's actually marked a break between the algorithms that are producing that we do. Machine learning is supposed to be the rules from different parameters that we. So they aims to cognitive. So this kind of fight rules from. So from in the case temperature adjustments, would the inputs, for example, each would say was room, we would say what we are wearing, we would say how the weather outside is, we would say the temperature outside the room is, and then we would say if we are cold or we are hot. And given this data for different data points, for different hours and maybe different days, the system should learn that if you are cold, you put on the heat. If you are hot, you put on, without actually at which temperature or which conditions are to the main. And you can imagine in a complex situation, we are not really able to write the rules directly when the system, we don't know what should be, but we know which kind of result we want. So to detail a bit more how machine learning works, composed of two first is so on the side of the data is different data entries, and we then choose the different type of statistical algorithm that will try to find a sort of a model that will best represent the data. So, for example, it would need also for the pictures. You probably all familiar with the fact that artificial intelligence systems are, for example, share of the this is responding to the different pictures, dogs, having dog, and different pictures of cats, having a level cat, all together, and then they figure out features of the dog and which features are proper to cat, without us saying anything about how it looks like or the dog looks like. And then there is a next phase, which is a testing phase. And in the testing phase, we only provide the pictures, no labels, and we to evaluate the system. So we will ask them if the cat, and then because which kind of it is, see or it. And this is sort of testing evaluation. They continue or adjust, test us, and we with it if its performance is more required. So far, I don't see any questions in the chat, so I will go hesitate. I think is that because you can develop powerful format we learn from new data. We need data there to be available, and later also how we explore and how we make them. So look at the data. The bottom of the pyramid. There is the actual data that are collected, and really for machine because it's often and sort of way not so the pure smart sort of hard categorize with something more consistent. Then we pure and some prescriptive huge work with all engineering it work. It also sure that we don't because we are all the pyramid or AI can if it's the last as information and we theory of statistics that a sample is for try to get as data points as we can, and we try to generalize them, which is not really exactly the same thing in the mathematical test. Finally, can sign trying to convey you with this example of the adjustment is that we don't need to tell anymore exactly to the system how to behave. We need to provide the data, and say what we want to obtain, and the system should figure it out. So this is really useful in this case. Now I would like to show a video. I would try this. The sound. Did you have?
No.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
for me. Not.
Okay.
Please.
No. That's it.
Yes. Raising about the future complex strategy games than 10 to the power of 8 possible outcomes. Retired
就不清楚之后，
You?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you
I see.
all to put the potential to replace lawyers, accountants, among other jobs. Perfect. To now politics. Bad stream first game to an American company. The country
government has claimed that moving ahead rapidly, artificial intelligence, the people to have the dread and beat game is piling in, kind of amazing.
It was more national crisis.
就是的，阿尔法狗出之后，真的，我对包括也有巨大的变革。
Okay, I'm trying. Yep.
Please.
The question. Back to the with transformation. We go on this. information from layer 0 to layer the output of the brain. And more complex processes. Being inspired by actually some applications includes different types of algorithms, and the most known are in the family of machine learning, and a specific type of algorithms are deep learning. However, in talk often we say it's we talk about the deep learning neural networks, and we would say when we talk about between definition and in a language, it's really clear. So you want to talk about actually you do which can be any application. But we should not. You do very maybe will be clear to us. We are care about it. It's because create to the different it's impact transport, agriculture, efficiency. It also impacts jobs. There's lots of jobs that will disappear, not just that appear with the artificial intelligence systems. So this is care of solution that is vital break about so the first is that intelligent algorithms can ingest huge amount of data. You just throw the data on them, and then they get some sort of a magic. It's like magic. It's just magic. It's not true. When you look at this diagram, it's actually the data flow diagram that shows how do data to make them exploitable by intelligence system. If different your information stuff word maybe these are through a data process to, and of course, and so the product of auditing is take the picture always is formatted correctly, and your way to label it is problem from your different suppliers, and you try to there, then you have a real problem, because most of the time people have different ways to encode the same information. For example, you the dates. will write in 3 columns: the day, the month, and the year. Some people write in the same column, writes the day. So we have today 24, then 2405. Some reverse this number and even other things, and can not decode information. We need to explicitly say to the program, understand these numbers, and then we need to transform them in like right to be unified. What is going to be clear, as we say, garbage out. If you in the that you obtain the one learn the wrong things. So to the evaluation, as I say, to the ranks and good model. Try to use the more formal, and then you will try to adjust it. So action, you that makes stuff useful into which is a piece of and make it excuse user to use it, and most of it, as I said, thing is just try the to really take it with a so it's not as magic as the tool. So how do I know model? This is a question. And it's text segment involved, or is another different, and they yeah. They will see how they and confirm what other and you first start if you are network uh, uh, particular train side really to be honest, but and that fall first definition include machine learning algorithm with often it's really enough for many of the practical problems. There's this is transfer, so it works. You train like Google trains artificial intelligence, all internet, Wikipedia, or all pages, and then and use more and for a specific, for example, internet. If it's and then you ask you want to help share or say something that of training that was the how the app that are for it, and this is Google network or for Amazon, and that is specific to your problem. Don't you just by adding that in model how which how you another is that artificial intelligence can improve content on like and when you live here, when you think we use it. Counter is true. Isn't really if it goes wrong. Yeah, it's not been fulfilled. Was it for the requirements of performance? And then, of course, the solutions to this is you still collect the feedback. So you say you think that if it's a catalog and it makes an error, oh, it was an error, it was actually that. And then after few users make their statement, it will take the routers and training the algorithm. Something that is not in all cases. It needs to be training. For most, it's not true for of algorithm. They are because they so provide of the you would find your map, and you will ask for the taxi driver the model of and because statistics it will to get the guess, and it will be true that the and then so algorithm so right perspective guess, but at the end such a statement we would need to find to get this different indicators. So imagine it's about the and then it's because I don't know that you have more of crime rate African American records. So it's like a way to try the credits. You would need to find the way from the